Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me again today as we walk through Proverbs. We are now in Proverbs 20, which is another chapter talking about the conduct of humans in life. And I was going to talk today about business practices because there's some pretty strong statements in Proverbs 20 about business practices, like differing weights are an abomination to the Lord. False business practices, God hates them. They are an abomination to him. Those are strong statements, and we should really examine our business practices in that light. But what I really want to talk about is the need for justice or vengeance for man. Verse 22 says, "Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will save you." We have this tendency to want to get justice when we are wronged. We want vengeance. We want the person who has wronged us to suffer, to have some kind of negative consequence for their action. And what this verse says is that we don't need to have that. We don't need to desire that. We can trust that situation to God, and he has the ultimate say in the end. He will save you from sin against you, and as it turns out, through Jesus, he will save us from the sins we commit too. But what this verse says to me is that there's no need to be vengeful or demand justice now, because we can trust that the Lord has it. And verse 27 talks about why. "The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all the innermost parts of his being." God knows the hearts of man. He knows your heart. He knows my heart. He knows the person who's wronged you. He knows their heart. And he will work on them. They will have consequences for their actions. Justice will follow them. And what really struck me about that is how freeing it is. I don't need to want vengeance. I don't need to want justice now, because I know that God has eternal justice, one, and two, he knows the hearts of the people who have wronged me, who have sinned against me. And what that means is that I can forgive them, knowing that justice ultimately belongs to the Lord, and I can trust him with that. And it makes it so much easier to forgive and walk away, because we know we can have absolute faith that God will judge justly in the end. It's good. It is good. So if there's something that's gone on in your life and you feel like you've been sinned against, or someone has done something evil to you or in your life, I would just encourage you to take heart in these verses. God knows the hearts of the people who have sinned against you, and he's working on those hearts. And maybe you're an instrument in that, but you can forgive those people and you can walk away knowing that God has that situation in his hands. Would you pray with me? Father, thank you for being the God of perfect justice. Help us to trust you, to know the hearts of men, and forgive people, and turn over those situations to you and not try to handle them ourselves. Amen.